Dice. Rolls. Dragons. Trolls.
Dadventurous.
All right, everybody, welcome back to
Dadventurous.
Another thrilling tale, another thrilling episode. We're coming back into a post-battle with Surge Scarabs, battle with Czar.
Battle with
memories.
I guess.
Kia's been asleep for a while, been under the effects of a Surge Scarab attack.
A lot of Surge Scarab attacks.
Yep, and so you found yourself thrust into the past via memories.
The past.
You learned a lot, didn't you? What kind of stuff did you learn?
Czar used to be a furbolg?
Yep, Furbolg.
Named Zach Spilsworth.
Yep.
And he used to adventure with Gunther and Toda.
Mm-hmm. And Theodora.
Theodora was back then working on also a machine to bring back magic.
Mm-hmm.
Zax got teleported away to a far-off and perhaps even forgotten realm.
Ah, yes, a forgotten
I had to make the joke because you didn't.
Pretty good.
And spend years trying to find a way out.
Mm-hmm.
But he got out. Toda was injured by Theodora and hid the projector in the scrape and somehow got the Scrayclops to guard it. What else?
You know that she stopped rummaging. Her and
Gunther opened the shop.
She passed away. Zax came back as Czar. Bloodhoof became mayor
Of Scarlet Hill.
But turns out he might not be quite as terrible
as was previously assumed.
Or at least he's still kind of terrible.
But he's not quite as terrible.
He's just not like hurting people super bad, terrible.
He's not
the lesser of two evils, maybe?
Yes, the lesser of two evils.
And you did notice on your last episode, you guys had a little get-together, a feast. Harwick and Czar seemed to be truced a little bit.
Yeah.
And Czar himself...
attempting to work together.
Yeah, and Czar himself seemed to be a little bit more receptive to things like talking and not bashing things. And he was even wearing on his shirt the old glasses of his old self. And so maybe seeing those memories sparked something in him too. And you guys were setting up to hop in a portal and come through to the old glittery rock in Map's Edge, near Map's Edge. You and Beryl and team were going to come through and you were going to sail off to...
Sail?
Yeah. Fly? I don't know.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Sail fly off to Farflung Tower, but you knew that Beryl was going to need to bring the ship through piece by piece. She had a whole team of people help him with that.
Disassembly and reassembly.
Yep, and you know that was going to take a while. So Gunther came to you with Maude, and he proposed one last journey.
To the scrape.
Yeah, the original Map's Edge scrape. He's thinking... now that he saw some of those memories too, and you did too, and what happened in the scrape with the projector, he kind of wants to go check it out. And so did you, and Maude wants a chance to take another shot at the thing that almost took her down once upon a time. The Scrayclops. And so... we find ourselves standing now... What?
And also... you forgot one part.
What's that?
Of last episode.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
The kobolds returned.
They did.
And tried to Flibbit.
One more time.
But I stopped them. It inspired rebellion.
You did.
And against the one kobold that I defeated, I told him that he too could grow big and strong.
That's true.
And...
yeah. And so
Flump.
I like to imagine as you walked away, you heard him sprint into the forest and then overheard them talking about how he needs to catch his own octopus so that he can become big and strong. And the moral and lessons of your uprising will forever be unknown. But you know that he at least took something away from the conversation.
Yay.
And you guys made your way away from the forest. And we are going to say that as of now, is there anything specifically you were looking to do on the way or talk to or in Map's Edge? But otherwise, I was going to jump to you guys standing at the base of the scrape.
I don't think so.
And so you find yourselves looking up at an old familiar scrape. The sun is shining. It's midday now. And the plains of this hometown of yours, you know very well, kind of the dry grass sort of hills and fields and grasslands, and it's just kind of barren. There's, some shrubbery around. And you know the scrape well. You spent years coming in here.
And rummaging.
Especially after wild magic storms. You and other rummagers would come in here. But you would always stay below floor 7. That was the old rules.
Until how many weeks ago?
Oh, gosh. In-game weeks?
In-game weeks.
I want to say like 3 to 4 weeks ago. It's probably been like a month.
Yeah.
Of adventuring, maybe?
Until 1 month ago.
Yeah.
When I heard a yell from above me.
You did. And you went and you found Maude wounded. You carried her to safety. And together you guys had felt this surged artifact power. You went up to figure out what it was.
All the way up to floor 9.
You did. But at the time, you were ill-prepared for this Scrayclops.
For what awaited me.
He was too powerful, too big, too scary, and he wrecked that scrape trying to come after you with that projector. And now you guys stand at the base. There's a couple rummagers from Map's Edge just chilling around the town. Some people look over and see you guys. One guy's like, "Hey, Gunther!" And they come over and give him a handshake, that kind of thing.
He's locally famous.
He's locally famous, yeah.
I think I look up to the 9th floor.
Yeah.
And look at the hole in the side.
Yeah.
I turn to Maude. Say, "You sure about this?"
Oh, I'm ready. I'm ready this time. I don't know what to expect, but I think I'm interested to go see what new and improved Maude and Kia can get up to.
I agree.
And Flibbit's like, "And me." And she's like, "Oh yeah, and
Flibbit.
And you. Last time we were here, he appeared out of nothing and into
That's
your
true.
hands."
Gunther?
Yes, Kia.
I think we're ready.
Okay. I've been told that up through floor 3 is pretty cleared these last 2 weeks or so. But ever since the storm that we all had to huddle in here for and stay protected.
Has there been a lot?
There's been a lot of an increase in scrapers. So we'll have a bit of a battle to deal with, probably.
All right. I think we're good, though.
All right.
You good?
Well, I'm good. And he reaches in his backpack, pulls out those gauntlets again. Into his shell backpack. Yeah, the little pouch opens up on the side, pulls out his gauntlets, punches them together all cool. Even though he's an old man, he's still got it a little bit. And he goes, "Well, I think you two should probably go first." And then...
Sure?
Yeah. And he hobbles after you and Maude and Flibbit. And you guys head into that first level, which was this parking garage, right? The light of the sun disappears. You have this old, dusty kind of parking garage where you found your moto wheeler once upon a time.
Wait, are the lights still lit?
Yeah, I think... no, that was because of the wild magic storm.
No, that was because of the unicorn.
Oh, that's right. No, they're not, because the unicorn and many other surged artifacts are long gone. But that door is still open. There's definitely some things that have changed in here. You still see the remnants of when you guys all hid in here as a town.
To hide from the magic storm?
Mm-hmm.
And when Frogrick came to be.
Yeah, when Frogrick came into existence. And you see the way up. There's some rummagers there kind of guarding the door. There's probably about like 6 in here. And some of them look like they've already been rummaging. They're going through parts and pieces and scoping out different past world tech.
Does life seem back to a little bit of normal?
Make an insight check.
Natural 1.
Yes. Yeah, seems fine. Seems
For
like the
a
old
3.
days. Yeah, seems like the old days.
All right. I wave to a few that I know.
Yeah, and they
And-
greet you. Hi, Kia, all that. And they, you give them a quick rundown of what's been going on, that sort of stuff. But
I say, don't be surprised if you hear really loud rumblings
Mhm. And Gunther probably...
from higher up in the scrape.
Yeah, and Gunther and Maude both probably tell a couple that you have plans to go up high, so keep an eye out, etc., etc. Anyway, the stairs lie before you, and coming up into this next floor, the floor 2, which is kind of like the main scraper hub area. It's where a lot of the people it was always usually cleared.
Yeah. It seems, if you're only going up a single flight of stairs.
But you
it's
see
not-
swept to the sides all these little bodies of tiny little scrapers that once upon a time on your escape rushed out. All these crazy little scraper beasts that appeared, and you were like kicking them aside with Maude.
Right.
These guys have all been defeated. They've been like shoved into piles in the corner. Not much there. And you see the stairwell going up beyond and into floor 3. There's still a lot of rubble. There's still a lot of broken things.
Debris.
The Scrayclops made a mess of this place.
Did he come all the way down?
Yeah, remember he chased you out the door, and then as soon as you got out, his eye turned back to blue,
Oh,
and he went back
right.
into the scrape.
So, wait. How did he fit down the staircase?
He didn't, remember? He was breaking through the floor.
Oh, right.
Yeah, he was busting through everything back then.
Trying to get the...
Yeah, and I did look it up because I didn't remember, but I had said he was about a small school bus sized. He was about 30 feet long and 10 feet tall.
All
So
right.
he was big. And you guys make your way up.
I make my way up.
Yeah.
Leading the way.
Yeah, you get up to floor 3. There was a lot of little creatures here that have obviously been defeated. Like it said, it was up to floor 3.
That was
And
cleared.
the stairwell that was there before is blocked now by a giant broken down section of floor that you slid down
yeah.
once upon a time. And there are 2 more scrapers kind of standing guard right at the base of this concrete ramp that now exists between floors 3 and 4.
Wait, scrapers?
Sorry. Thank you. Rummagers standing
Okay.
there guard. And there, instead of using the stairs anymore, there's just a ramp up. As they come up, they give you the warnings that everything above floor 3
Isn't cleared.
isn't cleared. So good luck.
I give him the okay.
Give them the okay. And you guys start going up. Can you please, on this floor, as you ascend, some of the walls are broken down.
Okay.
Some of the floor, there's holes in it going down, things like that. This place got wrecked
That got...
by the Scrayclops. Can you please roll for me a d8?
Uh-oh. I'm scared. A 3.
A 3. As you start making your way through floor 4,
Carefully.
carefully. Okay, you're trying to be stealthy.
Yeah.
Okay, make a stealth check. I'll do some too.
Ooh. 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 24.
24. Okay, that changes things a little bit. Everybody did pretty good. You start making your way through floor 4 towards the back of it. You know that there's a stairwell there that you have gone up to before.
No, that wasn't the one with the hole in it, right?
No, that was floor 6, I believe.
Okay.
Floor 5 is where there was a hole in the wall, though.
And I remember looking out
And that's where you originally saw the Scrayclops. You peeked up and you saw it clambering into a hole on floor 9, right?
Yeah. I remember
Okay.
that.
Above you, as you guys are moving along towards the stairwell, you do hear pretty heavy footfalls from up above and some
Metallic
scraping
footballs?
noises. Yeah.
Alright.
Heavy metallic footfalls and chittering, scraping mechanical noises. from
All right.
up above you.
From, like, the floor above?
Yep, the floor above.
So
And as
4,
you
5.
move, they seem to move with you.
Oh,
And as you stop, they seem to stop.
interesting.
That's what you got on your little thing.
All right. I'm going to make my way carefully to the stairwell.
Okay.
I'm not going to go up it yet.
Okay. Go to the stairwell. Maud's right there next to you. Flibbit's like, what's going on?
I say, shh.
Okay.
And does the stairwell double back?
Yes, it does.
Okay. I'm going to walk up the stairwell
Okay.
to the double back point
Mm-hmm.
and look up the other side.
Okay. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Uh-oh. 9.
9. You don't see anything. Looks
Okay.
clear.
Do I still hear those?
Nope. Now that you're in the stairwell, no.
All right.
Flibbit floats up next to you. Peeks around the corner.
I don't see anything.
Okay. Let's go.
Guys, come on.
And Maude and Gunther follow you up. You get to floor 5, and you remember that there were a bunch of offices on the sides.
Oh, yeah. Like, I think the same architect who built the scrape built the City Hall Tower.
Oh, yeah. You're definitely starting to see some similarities, for sure. Yeah, we talked about that. So,
That was
a bunch of offices, and as you peek in there, it looks clear.
All right.
You see the doors on the side. You know that one of those doors
Is open.
has an opening that leads to a giant hole in the side of the building.
Yeah. I think I'm going to go and cautiously.
Okay.
I'm going to quickly go past any open doors.
Okay.
Until I reach the end one.
Right.
Where the hole is.
stairwell. Oh, where the hole is. Okay. So, can you please make a stealth check again?
25.
You go out and you start making your way silently, very silently.
I'm a
into
cat.
Here. You are a cat. You are moving softly. The question I have for you is, what is your team doing?
Oh.
As you start going out and
Um.
dashing between the door, you look, there's nothing in that first room. You are able to slink across the wall. You make it about partway down. You take a moment to glance back. You see Maude and Gunther shrugging and being like,
I think I gestured to Maude,
Maude?
actually.
You
And
tell Maude to
I
come?
tell Maude to come here, but hold back for Flibbit and Gunther.
Okay, so you want Maude to come out?
Yeah.
Okay, she comes out, rolls very well,
Oh.
sneaks up alongside you, has her old bow out that you gave back to her.
Yeah.
And she has it strung out with a bow and an arrow, just like you did. And she's like, gets up next to you and she goes, "What's up?"
I wanted you to come to the last room.
Okay.
So I gesture for the others to stay back.
Okay. Gunther and Flibbit are standing in the stairwell.
And I take Maude up to the
Next.
last, I think it was the last.
Yeah.
Cubicle, I guess?
His office.
Office.
Yeah.
And
The door is open. The door is broken open. New. It's a bigger hole than normal.
and I peek inside.
Okay. Go ahead and make your perception and a stealth check at the same time. Pretty please.
Perception
Yep.
is 19.
Okay.
Stealth is 21.
Okay. You stealthily peek around the corner and you see into this room, kind of stationary, kind of sitting there. One of the, what do you call them? One of the scrapers that kind of had almost spider-like legs and it was crawling around on the ceiling last time that you were in here.
Were those the little
They were like
dog-looking
Yeah, they were
ones?
like dog-sized, but they could crawl up around on the ceilings and stuff too.
Yeah,
There's one sitting there on the ground, kind of just not moving.
just sitting.
Yep. And then you also see peeking around the corner because of your super high stealth and Maude also rolled. A very familiar but creature you haven't seen in a while, a about 8 to 10 foot tall golem
Oh.
that looks like a hodgepodge mess of other scrapers that
see.
is backed up against the wall,
Just like,
sitting almost in like a stationary sense. But with your stealth roll, it did not notice you. And so you
alright.
see it sitting there lying in wait.
I look at Maude
Okay.
and I gesture to
Yeah,
the
she got really high too, so she
and I draw my bow, and
Gunther kind of waves his hands towards you a little bit, and he points at himself and points forward.
I shrug.
Okay. You shrug.
I shrug.
Okay. He's going to come out with Flibbit. Okay. You can draw your bow.
I draw my bow, and since I'm fancy and I can do 2 attacks per action, I'm going to 1 attack on the little dog crawly thingy.
Okay.
And 1 attack on the golem.
So, to get that golem with a bow, you're going to have to go into that room.
Oh, is he on the wall?
He's on the inside wall of that room. He was like hiding.
Oh.
He was perched up against the corner. So you peeked in and you saw him. You could shoot the one easy because it's an open doorway, but the other guy, you're going to have to go into that room to shoot. So, are you ready for that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to...
Maude does the same thing. She knocks her bow. I will say because of this, you two can have a surprise round.
What does that do?
As in before initiative, you can get your attacks off.
Oh.
And then we'll roll initiative. So, if you're aiming 1 there and 1 elsewhere.
Yeah. 1 at the little crawly dog thing, which is a natural 20.
Okay, at the little spider dog?
Yeah, the little spider dog. I'm assuming a 30 hits.
Oh,
So,
yeah. Well, it's a nat 22, so roll your insane, stupid damage.
So 8
base and then...
plus... So 18 piercing damage
Dang.
on
Yep.
little crawly dog.
Sounds great.
And then on the... moving in on the golem for... Does a 25 hit?
Yeah.
All right. And...
So you have to move into that room to do it.
Yeah.
So how do you do that?
I think I just, after hitting the little spider dog, I just dash in around the corner and...
Come to a slide stop.
Yeah.
Dash in, do a slide stop, aim your bow, get a second hit.
And for 9 piercing damage on
9
the golem.
Damage to that guy. Maude sees what you're doing. She's going to do very similarly. She's going to knock an arrow in her bow, and she missed the spider dog, but she hit the golem. So she rolls in kind of next to you, stays closer near the door, fires a shot, and she's going to do 8 damage to the golem creature. And now, please, can we roll initiative?
Yay!
All right, combat.
I haven't rolled initiative in a while. I got a 5.
Nice. So, you got your surprise round. Oh, I should roll for... Can you roll for Flibbit?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God.
What's his plus?
2.
Oh, 18.
Okay.
It's pretty good.
So, Flibbit's actually going to go first.
Oh!
Which... What was yours?
A 5.
Yeah. Okay. You did beat Gunther.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he got a nat 1.
Oh, no.
Just because he's slow. Flibbit's like, Kia! He sees you run in there with your bow drawn, and he is going to rush over as fast as he can. But I think the distance was a little far, so I think he's just going to use his action and movement to dash.
Isn't this like 100-foot hallway?
Yeah, so I think he's going to full move and full dash and get to like the opening so that next round he'll be able to come in and do that.
All right.
And that's going to be his turn. Unfortunately, your surprise round was good, but you rolled poorly on your initiative, so it's these things' turns.
Uh-oh.
And so,
I'm in the room.
Starting with the little spider dog thing, it comes to life, it turns around, and sees you there. It is going to scramble over and go for an attack.
Oh. It's been a long time since I fought one of these things.
Okay, it's going to come over and go for an attack. It raises 2 little hands with keyboards attached to them, and it goes for 2 punches against you. First attack is a 6.
No.
Second attack is a 19.
That does hit. How much does the keyboard hurt?
Not a ton. 6 damage.
Oh.
So you take 6 damage from that, and then you are kind of focused on this guy hitting you. Then you hear the thud, thud, thud of the large golem coming up behind you and Maude. And it is going to reach back with a giant fist full of gears and wires and go for a slam down attack onto you.
Wait, just a question. Is this... So, this little spider dog came up to me and whacked me with a keyboard, right?
Yes.
Just wondering, the size of this golem...
Oh, I see what you're saying.
How big is this?
It's very big. I will say, why don't you roll a d20? If it's an 11 or higher, he hits you and the scraper. If it's a 10 or lower, it doesn't work.
All right. It's a 10.
So, unfortunately...
That's fine. I was just wondering.
Close, but not quite. He reaches a hand up and slams down onto you. Rolled awful. Boo.
The DM's
Does a
curse.
12 hit?
No.
Dang it.
The DM's curse.
Always. Every time Buddy's standing there, he's in front of you. He's scary and big.
How? You said the golems are made of smashed together scrapers.
That's kind of what it looks like, yeah.
What do you think his head is?
I think his head is tiny. I think his head is the size of a tiny scraper that has tiny little LED light eyeballs.
Aww.
And the mouth area is like a speaker from a phone. And the head is definitely too small for the size of its body.
I like that.
That's what I
like
imagine.
that.
I think the rest of it is just parts and pieces from the office, from the arcades, from the theater. It's like all throughout the scrape.
All jumbled
together. Wires and gears all slammed together, magically held together somehow. It is Maude's turn. Maude flips back into the back of the room, pulls back her bow, goes for another 2 attacks, just like you.
Because we're both rangers, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She hits. She's just going to aim for the golem. She hits both hits.
Ooh, nice.
And she does 16 damage
Wow.
to the golem.
That is impressive.
Your turn, finally.
I have to take an action to disengage, right?
Yeah. But you have abilities that make you do fancy stuff.
Yeah, that's true. I'm going to activate my golden watch of speed.
Okay.
I'm going to twist the little catch on it, and the hands begin to spin, and I begin to blur.
You blur. Okay. So you become
super
disadvantaged, hard to hit, as you are trying to back away.
Yes, I'm going to back away.
2.
Not out of the room.
No, but just away.
Yeah.
2 opportunity attacks coming your way, starting with the golem. It's going to hit you.
What is it?
Natural 18.
Disadvantaged?
Dang it. Natural 17.
Oh, okay.
So he's going to hit you. Haha.
You rolled. Yay.
For 11 damage.
Ow. All right.
The other spider dog creature, no, did not hit.
Yay.
So you're able to back away.
Got punched.
Yep.
But.
And so you bonus action activated the Golden Watch of Speed.
Bonus action activated
so
the
then
Golden Watch
you
of
have
Speed.
your actions as you back away. And you can move however far your movement takes you.
Since there are 2 scrapers in here, I am going to, as I back away, activate one of my charges on my bow, Scraper's Bane.
Nice.
And I'm going to make my attack on the golem.
Okay, and they are right next to each other, so this will work as the lightning charges up in your bow.
Does a 16 hit on the golem?
On the golem? It exactly hits the golem.
Yay! All right, so I do my normal damage to the golem.
Yep.
Which is only going to be 7 piercing damage.
Okay.
Plus 10 lightning damage. And you need to make a and the little spider dog needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
Didn't work.
Great. So both the spider dog and the golem take lightning damage.
Spider dog explodes into sparks
Yay!
and gear as the lightning rends into it, and it goes. And the golem took his damage.
Yay!
Okay.
He's still animated, though? Animated. It's not. Yeah.
Yeah. That was one attack.
That was one attack, yes.
So
So,
you have your other shot.
As I reach the end of my movement.
Yep.
Or at least to the wall, I'm going to take my second attack for 27.
That hits
to
real
hit.
good.
Yay! And 12
12 more
piercing
damage.
damage.
Okay. This thing's getting chunks taken off of it. It's got pieces flying off. Still there.
All
But
right.
Gunther.
Oh, yeah.
With a Gunther
Where is Gunther?
on his final turn, or finally on his turn, he will also dash and get close.
But not to the door.
Not to the doorway. We come back around to Flibbit. Flibbit flies into the room. He goes, ah! As he sees the golem there, he dashes into the room, or
Say,
he
"Hi,
flies
Flibbit."
into the room. He goes, ah! I didn't know what to expect, but it wasn't that. And he is going to do a sacred flame, as he does.
Or the
a
stench
sacred
spray.
stench. The stench spray.
The sacred
The
stench.
thing
I
must
love
make
that.
a dexterity saving throw.
Wait, can this thing
6.
smell?
It doesn't matter. We said it was acidic.
Oh, right.
Dexterity probably has terrible dexterity, I assume. It does.
Yay.
So no, it failed. Oh, Flibbit coming out of the gate with 2 8s on the 2d8 roll.
That's
That's
some
16
potent stench.
damage from a stench spray. Flibbit got caught off guard. He was a little bit scared. He kind of
Like
toots
a skunk.
backwards towards you, and the force of it expels a particularly powerful stench spray that hits this
Wow.
thing and starts melting some of the metallic things away.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yep. It is the golem's turn.
I am on the other side of the room.
You are, and it cannot move fast. However, it is going to rush over to Maude, we'll say, because she
Oh.
didn't get a chance to move yet.
Oh, yeah.
And it is going to move its feet over and go for another slam attack. That's more like it. A 19 naturally.
Uh-oh. Maud.
Maude gets hit. Maude takes the damage, and she is knocked prone.
Oh. She gets knocked down.
And she also took another 11 damage.
Uh-oh.
The golem looms over Maude, but it is her turn.
So she can use her movement to get up, right?
Yep, she stands up. She is going to leave the bow on the ground, and she's going to pull out a dagger and go for 2 quick attacks because she doesn't want to risk running away.
To make
A
sense.
nat 20.
Whoa, and a
hit
little
and
dagger
2
attack.
hits. Yeah, it's not going to be much, but
So impressive.
I mean, this is 10 damage.
That's pretty good for a little dagger.
Yeah, not bad at all. And she goes, "Oh, we gotta take this thing down. I don't like being close."
That is understandable.
It is your turn. This thing's got more chunks taken off of it. Seems like it's getting wounded.
I am going to rush up to it.
Okay.
And also take the melee approach. And I am going to take out, for my first attack, my fork knife.
All right.
And try to attack and stab the golem. For 25
The hit?
to hit.
Yeah, you're good.
So first damage as I stab the metal is 5 piercing damage.
Okay.
I rolled a 1 on my d6.
It's all right.
On my second attack doesn't hit. I got a 9.
No, that one does not hit,
All right.
unfortunately.
So just that one attack. Just
Your
that one
attacks
attack.
do not hit. You are surrounding it. It is finally Gunther's turn.
Oh yeah, can he get here?
Gunther finally wheezing. Oh, sorry. It was just so far. And he is going to run in, punch his 2 gloves together as they light up with lightning.
Ooh.
And he is going
He's
to
got
take
lightning,
a
too.
double attack. He hits on both.
Whoa. Nice.
And Gunther does... Oh, wait, that's the wrong dice. You're rolling good on damage, at least.
Oh.
Gunther does 10 more damage to this thing.
Nice.
As he
It's just
punches it.
2.
Yeah, with his 2 little gauntlet fists. And then he is going to...
I say, thanks, Gunther.
Yeah. No problem. It's going to be Flibbit's turn. Yep. Gunther's going to stay there. Flibbit's going to do his classic stench spray.
I plugged my nose.
Plug your nose. Dexterity save. Terrible. And so, let's see how Flibbit can do. Well, he didn't do that well that time.
Oh.
7 damage.
That's still pretty good.
This thing is starting to look like it is on its last legs. It's starting to look pretty beat up. It is, unfortunately, its turn.
Oh.
Maude and you both right there.
And Gunther.
And Gunther. You set this precedent before, so we're going to do it again just for funsies.
Just to see.
Can you roll the d20 again? And he's going to aim for you and Maude.
A 1.
A 1. So it does not work.
Okay.
Luckily for you. Because that's what I said before, right? 1 to 10, it doesn't
Yeah.
work. So in this time, it worked in your favor. Buddy is going to aim for you.
Oh. Uh-oh.
With another slam attack. Natural 17.
That hits.
At disadvantage, though, because of the
Oh.
speed. Natural 15, still rolling
That exactly hits.
Well, that was natural, so
Oh, yeah.
that he's got a +6. 6 more damage.
Oh.
Not huge. But you are also knocked prone.
Oh, no. I fall to the ground.
Yep.
And ow. I'm squished because
Maude.
it's metal.
Yeah. Maude is going to reach into her belt. She is going to pull out a vial of
Ooh.
liquid, a barrel concoction of some kind.
Oh.
And she is going to pour it onto her dagger. And you're going to see it kind of dripping with like a very similar stench spray style acid.
Interesting.
And she's going to go for an attack on the golem for her turn. She succeeds.
Ooh.
She gets enough. And so you
Enough?
see, you get knocked down. You get knocked prone. Maude pulls out this vial. She pours it onto her dagger. She does a cool little like spin into the air, and she reaches up and aims for the head for her dagger
Ooh.
and pierces it as this acid starts to melt the head of this thing away.
Ah.
And the last little dregs of life as this thing goes from one giant thing to crumbling into many different things, hitting the ground and being defeated.
That was a lot of acid.
Yep. And she was like, well, I don't know if I needed to do that, but I'm glad I did.
I'm glad you did too. Say as I get up.
All right, you guys get up, and there is a moment of calm. Flibbit
Right.
looks at you, and he's like, you did any touch up? How you doing?
I think I'm fine.
Okay, because now's... Or here, I'll do this. And he's going to do his standard thing that he's done a few times, which is he is going to cast Aid on everybody here.
Oh, yay!
And so he's going to fly up above, spin in a circle, send little spore sprinkles down.
Oh, yeah, because he
Yeah.
leaves magic sprinkles
He
around,
loves little
right?
magic sprinkles, yep. And he is going to give you and everybody else, 5 temporary hit points.
Yay!
And it also heals you.
For what?
So your healing goes up by 5, and your maximum goes up by 5. Sorry, it's not temporary hit points. I'm sorry. It is maximum hit points goes up for the duration of the day.
Oh, I can...
So you gain 5, and you do 5 more in your max.
Fred... Oh, okay.
Okay.
And okay. That's
Yep.
good.
And you are standing in that room with a big hole in the wall. You look out, you see Map's edge. It's still a beautiful day. No storms
Do I
this
see
time.
anything on the horizon?
Nothing like that.
Okay.
It's just kind of a nice day.
I call Maude over
Yeah, what's up?
and I say, "Look out and look up."
Okay. Maude is going to go out there. She's going to look up. She's going to make a perception check. She goes, I see gouges in the side of the building. I see a hole up there, but
That's the ninth floor.
That's where we were?
Yeah, just wanted to show you so we know.
Okay. Well, I guess we keep on going.
Probably.
All right. And so Gunther's going to, help you up off the ground. And he's going to be like, well, that's very exciting. I haven't had a battle like this. And, well, actually, I guess we battled something not that long ago, but it was in my memory. We'll...
When was the last time you went up here?
I haven't been hardly in the scrape. Oh boy, when Tilda and I opened the shop, she'd come on walks and everything, but I really didn't come in here much at all other than to help set up some of the original Rummager things. And, she was the one that scoped it out originally and told everybody about floor 7 and to stay below that. And
why is floor 7?
Don't know. We saw, you told us about the creature and we saw it. Maybe
That's
she
true.
saw that creature up there. I don't know.
Stay away from floor 7. All right. Well, we should go, but I want to search around a little bit more on the floor 7.
Okay. And so he and you start heading up. You make your way over to the stairwell and you see
Is it still intact?
it's not intact.
Oh, of course.
And you see some pythons
Oh, yeah.
gouged into the wall as you start making your way along and heading up from 5 to 6.
I help Gunther over.
Yep. And moving up to floor 7. Floor 7, you make your way up past the pythons and everything, and you see arcades everywhere. There's all these old things and
The old games.
the old games, yeah.
Do I see this spot where Maude was?
Yep. And I was going to say off to the side, you see the weird frozen yogurt
Yes.
thing.
The frozen yogurt
And Maude
stand.
looks at it and she goes, oh boy.
The memories.
And the memories that I don't wish I still had, but thanks again for that. And she gives you a pat on the back.
No problem.
Yeah. And you know that there are 2 ways up to floor 8. There is the escalator
Oh, yeah, the escalator
thing
stairs
that takes you up from here. And then...
I think I am actually going to go over to the hole.
Okay.
Now there's a hole.
Yep, there's a hole above.
And look up.
Make a perception check.
Not good. In 8.
Okay. I'll say Maude does too. Yeah, you guys don't see anything immediately.
All
you
right.
know that you can clamber up through this hole. It is an option to get up to floor 8, which was a lot of food cafeteria type things, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it was a lot of food
Yep,
cafeteria.
and then there was another escalator up to
Floor 9.
floor 9.
All right.
So, you shimmy your way up. You find yourself in the back of a kitchen thing. Once upon a time, you came face to face with the Scrayclops here initially.
I peek out above the counter
You
and look
peek out.
around.
Don't see anything. And you start making your way up and up and up, helping Gunther. Flibbit flies up, pushes Gunther's bottom to get him all the
Yeah.
way up, and floats up to this area. Flibbit even comes up and he's like, man, I never got to see any of this.
Oh, yeah.
We were always coming down. Do you think that thing is up here, though?
Yes,
But
I do.
But you think we can handle it now, huh?
I think so.
All
We've
right.
got a little bit of a party going on.
We do.
can-
And so you make your way up to floor 8. Floor 8,
Just cafeteria.
cafeteria. You're in the back of a little food court stand area. You look out. It is decimated in floor 8. The tables are torn up. The floor is torn up. The escalator going up to floor 9, kind of still intact, but beat up.
All right.
And you just see like it got wrecked in here. Rubble everywhere.
All right. I'm going to make my way cautiously
All right.
along the edges of the room.
Okay. Go ahead and make a stealth check.
Make a stealth check.
Yep.
A 22.
Okay. You start making your way along the edge. The escalator was kind of in the middle of the cafeteria room.
Yeah, but I mean, don't go straight across.
Yeah. So you
Like,
start making your way around. You didn't really go around underneath the escalator before, but
No.
you remember that this is where that golem came from. He burst out from underneath the escalator area. And so you start making your way around and you see that on like the underside of the escalator, there is a fairly large room
Oh,
underneath. And as you kind of put it together, you start realizing that when
there
you
like
were
a-
up in floor 9 grabbing the projector, the Scrayclops burst through the floor.
yeah.
And you're kind of looking in
Oh.
here and you see the piled remains of many, many scrapers in here.
Oh.
And you see the sort of beginnings of Golem Mark II something being put together.
Something
Yeah.
interesting. Does it seem like it's working on? It's not like it's
not.
being worked on?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I think I go over actually to the escalator underside.
Okay.
And kind of peek around. Is there anything of interest other than this golem in progress?
Go ahead and make a perception check.
16.
16? It's a very, very large room. You notice that the piles are pretty big.
Oh.
And it looks like this room itself, as you're kind of looking at it, it almost looks like it was once storage maybe for all the food areas. It's a kind of just a big open room. It's kind of hard to tell exactly what it is back here.
All right.
And you don't see anything particularly interesting, just these piles.
Just piles. Do they seem to be arranged in any sort of pattern at all?
Make an investigation check.
No. An 8.
They do not appear to be arranged in any sort of pattern. They do actually kind of look pretty unorganized.
All right. I think I'm actually kind of curious about where this is. And so I'm going to step into the room.
Okay.
Just slightly into the room.
Yeah.
And
as you step into the room, above you, you see a hole in the ceiling.
Of
where this thing presumably burst up through the floor to come towards you originally.
So this, all right. I'm going to ducking behind piles on occasion, and I'm going to make my way over to the hole.
Okay.
So that I am beneath it.
Okay.
And
so you're dodging from pile to pile.
Yeah.
Can you please make another stealth check?
Not very good. A 15?
A 15? Okay. You dodge from pile to pile.
That's okay.
You dodge again, and you make your way to a particularly large pile underneath that hole.
Are the others following me?
Yeah.
I think I look up at the hole, and then I'm going to try to stealthily climb on top of the pile.
Okay. You go to move to that last one, and you go to peek up at that hole. And as you peek up at that hole, you see a lens open up.
Oh.
And a blue light shining down, looking directly at you guys from up above. And as it is blue, it turns amber. And leaping from that hole down into this massive room is a 30-foot long,
10 feet tall
Scrayclops. As it crashes down into the pile in front of you, it kind of skids across the room a little bit, kind of to the back side of the room.
It's like trying to walk on marbles.
Yeah, and it hits all the piles. It spins around, looks at you, opens up its mouth with teeth full of crazy sharpened office supplies, movie theater stuff like popcorn scoops and ice cream scoops and crazy
like
stuff.
Pointy cotton candy scoops.
Yep.
Oh.
And it has that lens on its eye, and it releases a particularly foul-smelling growl as the gross butter that is still covering it. From when? Is
from
heating
when I knocked
up.
Over the...
Yeah, it's heating up on the mechanics and the
it's like
electronic
lubrication.
words. Yeah, and it smells awful. It growls towards you, and it
looks like you're gonna get your chance, Maude.
She goes, "All right, let's do it." She pulls out the bow. Gunther punches his fist together. Flibbit gets all excited.
Pull out my bow as well.
And we will save initiative to be rolled next episode when you fight the Scrayclops.
One last time.
All right. That is where we're going to end this week's episode. Making your way back into the scrape, back into the chaos.
And actually, no, never mind.
All right. But yes, making your way back up and in, you'll have to fight one more creature before you get in. And so we're going to keep going with that next week. We're going to find out what is left behind. How did this work?
How did Toda achieve this?
That's true. All right. Thank you, everybody, for listening in once more to another week. This time we're doing combat again because we haven't combated properly in a few. So we have this fight of the golems and the spider dog, and now you will have to fight the scraper. Thank you, everybody. We've been having a lot of people listen in lately, and it's been super cool. But
we thank you all for listening and commenting.
Yeah,
and
we want more comments. Send us some questions,
reviewing.
comments, all that stuff. We haven't had questions in a long time.
Oh, yeah.
Anything like that, we like it. But regardless, we appreciate everybody. Thank you so much.
And we'll see you next time
On
Dadventurous.